ECC versus non-ECC memory. Error checking and correction, ECC. Memory is memory that can detect data integrity problems the way that parity memory can. The difference between the two is that ECC memory can recover from the error and attempt to fix the problem with the data being read, whereas parity memory cannot. ECC memory can try to fix the problem. Parity memory cannot. Parity memory only reports that there's an error. So at least it lets you know there's something that isn't going the way we thought it was. But ECC, but it can't fix it. Parity can't fix it. ECC, error correcting, ECC, error checking, error checking, and correcting. Error checking and correcting memory, it reports that there's an issue and it tries to correct the issue. Memory that does not have ECC features is known as non-ECC memory, as there are no error checking and correcting capabilities. Multi-channel memory architecture. The memory architecture in a system may depend on its age. Older systems only used a single channel memory configuration. A single channel configuration single channel configuration mandates a single lane used to send and receive information from memory. So here's one lane. It's a road. There's the dashes. But actually, it's a single lane. So I'm gonna go ahead and take those dashes out because there's only one lane, right? Dashes is separating the road into two, so you have two different lanes. Single channel means there's only a single lane used to send information. So here's the traffic, it's going, sending it, and then use that same lane, the single lane, to receive it. So you go the other way, right? So first, you're going out on this one lane, and then you go back on the same lane. It's a single lane, right? We go back, we go out, we send information, and then after it's sent, now we go back and we receive information on this one lane, single lane. What's it called? Single lane. Single lane. Older systems use single lane configuration. Now, when installing memory today, your system may support methods to increase memory throughput by using multiple channels. Multiple channels. Are you ready for this? Multiple channels is going to be dual lane. Dual. Dual lane. No. Dual channel. Dual channel. The first one was single channel configuration. Single channel configuration is what the first was at first. Right? We're sending in that one lane. And then we also receive on that one. This is just review. We receive on that one lane. That's called single channel configuration. That's what that was. That was SINGLECHA-NEL, single channel. Here, let's write the configuration really nice. Configuration. Single channel configuration, right? So, and all that means is you have one lane that you send information, and that same lane receives information. Right? One lane. Single channel configuration. And we use that in newer systems. No, it's older systems. That's what was used in older systems. Single channel configuration. When installing memory today, your system may support methods to increase memory throughput. I don't know what throughput means. By using multiple channels. So dual channel. With some of today's systems though, you can install memory in a dual channel configuration, which allows for two 64-bit lanes to carry information to and from memory at the same time, resulting in better performance as the amount of data sent at one time is doubled compared to that on a single channel architecture. This configuration increases overall performance by allowing for more input-output per operation or clock cycle. Dual channel configuration. That's what we're using nowadays. Dual, D-U-A-L, Chanel, C-H-A, cha-cha, Nel, configuration. Nowadays, that's what's used. Dual channel. Dual channel, and it allows for two 64-bit lanes to carry information to and from memory at the same time. So let's see. So now we got two lanes. Da-da-da! Two lanes, and they're 64 bits. So I'm going to put there's a 64 bit, okay? And so each lane, we got our 64 bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 63, 64. That's 64 bits on that lane. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 40, 64. So each lane has 64 bits. And they can carry information to and from memory at the same time. So all of these 64 bits can send, and then you have the other channel, the other lane, it can receive at the same time. So hold on. We've got two markers, right? So at the same time, we're sending and receiving. Bop, bop, bop. Sending and receiving. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Right? Show it again. Send and receive at the same time. You got these two lanes. And we're sending and receiving at the same time. Bump, 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 bump. That's nowadays. It's a lot faster than before. Before, it was the single channel configuration. So you can only go one lane, and you can only send or receive one at a time. Now we got dual channel configuration. So you got two lanes, and you can send and receive at the same time. And it's a 64 bits wide. All right, let's see. What else? This configuration increases overall performance by allowing for more input-output per operation or clocks. Yeah, so we can see that. A lot more performance than the single channel configuration. To take advantage of dual channel memory, you first need to ensure that your motherboard supports dual channel, as dual channel memory is a function of the memory controller. Okay. So on the motherboard, the controllers of each system has a controller. And the controller is another way of saying its circuitry, right? The rules that it follows in order to operate. And so on the here's the motherboard, and we got the CPU here, the processor, CPU, and then we have our memory slots here. And then we got some expansion slots. And so the dual channel, okay, so you first need to make sure that your motherboard supports dual channel, as dual channel memory is a function of the memory controller. You also need to be using DDR, DDR2, or DDR3 memory to take advantage of dual channel architecture. If your motherboard supports dual channel memory, you will install the memory modules in pairs. These pairs must be similar modules in capacity and speed. For example, when installing 4 gigabytes of RAM, you install two 2 gigabyte modules. When you install these modules, install them into the same color slots on the motherboard, usually colored either black or blue. If the motherboard does not color code the memory slots, you install the pair of memory modules in the odd numbered slots or the even numbered slots, but not an odd and an even. So you have these 2 slots here on the motherboard, and that's for the RAM. And so you have one stick of RAM, it's a 2 gigabyte stick, and you got another 2 gigabyte stick of RAM. So it's a pair. You got 2 of them. 2 is a pair. And so you put one of the sticks into the slot, and you put the other stick into the other slot. A pair is dual channel. You install them together. And also there's something in here about even or odd. You install the pair of memory modules in the odd numbered slots or the even numbered slots. So in order for it to have odd numbered slots or even numbered slots, like maybe if there was 3 slots, and this was 1, this was 2, this was 3. And so if you're going to install a pair, some dual memory, then it's saying to install it either odd or even. And so if you have 3 slots, you install it on slot 1 and 3. I don't know what slot 2 even exists for, because they don't got a pair, unless you have maybe 4 slots on the motherboard, right? So then either you install it on slot 1 and 3, or you install it on 2 and 4 for the dual channel. Oh, and we got triple and quadruple channel. Okay. To leverage dual channel memory, you must install the same memory modules in pairs. You must use the same type of memory for both modules, the same speed, the same capacity. The dual modules must be similar because they need to be able to keep up with one another when performing parallel I/O. So, 2 of the exact same type of memory. So if you have a 2 gigabyte and then you have a 4 gigabyte RAM, you're not going to install those together. Now, so you got 2 gigabytes of RAM, and there's 2 4 gigabytes of RAM. And here we are on our motherboard, and we have 4 available slots. We're not going to put a 2 gigabyte on slot 1 and then put a 4 gigabyte on slot 3, because the 2 gigabyte and the 4 gigabyte, they don't add up. You have to have them the same. And so you put the same either all odd or all even. So you got these 2 gigabytes. You put 1 2 gigabyte on the 1 slot and the other 2 gigabyte on the 3 slot. You have a 1 and a 3, and they're both 2 gigabytes. That way they're together. And then you can put your 4 gigabytes. 1 4 gigabyte goes on the other 2 slot. The other 4 gigabyte goes on the 4 slot. That way they're both on the even. Now you have the same thing going on the even. I can't make much more sense than that. It seems pretty simple. You put the even with the even and the odd with the odd. You got to have the same thing on even. You got to have the same thing on odd. Triple and quadruple channel. Some systems today are supporting these architectures. Triple channel memory architecture allows 3 64-bit lanes. For example, Intel's i7-900 series processors support triple channel memory. Triple channel memory architectures. And then there's quadruple channel memory architectures. They allow 4 64-bit lanes. So let's erase this and start over. And now we're going to do it with the triple and the quadruple. So we got the motherboard, and then we got one slot here, we got 2 slots, and 3 slots. So Intel i7-900 series processors support triple channel memory architecture. So the processor supports it. That's what's important. You got to make sure the CPU can even handle it, that it's compatible. So the CPU does support it. And so you're going to put these 3 memory sticks in these 3 slots. And now you have triple channel. Yeah, I really don't understand well, it seems almost obvious. Like, there's no need to explain it. The same rules as dual channel memory apply when using triple and quadruple channel memory architectures. You must use similar memory modules. But you will be required to install either 3 modules for triple channel or 4 modules for quadruple channel at a time. So it looks like with quadruple channel, you got to have all 4 have to be the same. That way you can have a 4-lane memory highway. They have to all be the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the quadruple channel. With the double channel, 2 of them, half of them could be different. And as long as you put them in either the odd, or you put the other 2 in the evens, then you have a double channel. But with quadruple channel, they have to all be the same. All the same. No diversity there. You can purchase dual channel or triple channel memory kits to ensure that you are using the same type of memory and the same speed. Look at that. You could purchase a kit. So look, let's erase this motherboard and draw some other tools to help visualize these words. So here we got a little basket. See this little basket, and here's the handle. And then so you can buy a kit. You can purchase a dual channel or a triple channel memory kit to ensure you are using the same type of memory and the same speed. You do not need to use these kits, but you are paying for the fact that someone has already tested the memory in a dual channel configuration. Some benchmarks report that you can achieve a 65% increase in memory performance by using a multi-channel configuration. That's a lot, folks. 65%. Wow-wee. That really is a lot. 65%. So you can buy these kits. You got a dual channel kit, and it comes with two pieces of memory. Both pieces of memory have the same amount, and they have the same stats, and they've been tested. This kit has already been tested. Someone already put it in a two-way channel, and it worked. And so you can just buy that kit, right? Instead of learning all this, learning how to do it yourself, right? You can just pay someone else to do it, right? Why learn all this if you have, unless, so you have these kits. And long story short, if you get a multi-channel system, it's going to increase your performance by how much? That's right, 65%. Think of it this way, as far as 65%, how much, if you don't know about percentage, you probably do. I don't know who's watching this. If I make $100 an hour and you gave me a 65% raise, then I'm going to be making $165 an hour. Yeah, so 65% is pretty important, isn't it? Yeah, kind of is. It's kind of big. Definitely. Moving on. You can use CPU Z to check to see whether you are running your memory in a single channel, dual channel, or triple channel configuration. What about quad channel? So CPU Z, it looks like a window on the computer. You go to settings and you can check exactly what you're using. Go to settings on if you're using Windows and type in a search engine on how to get there. All right, let's see. Single-sided versus double-sided memory. Single-sided versus double-sided memory. Bum, 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 bum. Memory modules are either single-sided or double-sided memory modules. But this characteristic does not mean that the memory chips exist on only one side of the memory card or both sides of the memory card, which is what most people think. So, you got a memory module right here. Bum, 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 bum. Memory modules are either single-sided or double-sided. But this characteristic does not mean that memory chips exist on only one side of the memory card or both sides. It's a memory chip. So, for single-sided memory, all the memory on the memory module is accessed at once by the system and is treated as a single bank of memory. So here's your CPU over here, somewhere randomly. Boom! It gets it right away because it's all on the one side, right? Because this is single-sided memory. Single-sided memory. Memories. You got the little memory stick. Bam! It takes it all at once. So yeah, let's read that. For single-sided memory, all the memory on the memory module, all of it, the whole thing, the whole enchilada, is accessed at once. Bam! Wow! Accessed at once by the system and is treated as a single bank. I don't know what that means. A single bank of memory. It is important to note that the memory chips on a single-sided memory module may exist on both sides of the memory. Okay, so these memory chips we keep hearing about, you may have one over here. I'm going to put a little C. We have this memory chip. Boop! It's on this side, the side with all the memory. And guess what? You may have a memory chip on the other side. I'm going to draw an arrow. Guess what? There's one over on the other side. So yeah, just so you know, FYI. I don't think it's going to be on the test, but it might be. So, for double-sided memory, the memory module or memory board, it's also known as a memory board, is divided into two discrete chunks of memory banks. The system can access only one bank at a time. Original double-sided memory modules were created by taking two single-sided memory modules and connecting them. Okay. So that was our single-sided memory, right? And then now we also have double-sided memory. So here is more memory, but this one is double-sided, right? So now when the processor tries to access it, it goes, it gets this side, and it accesses it, but it can only access this side. You have to wait until you're done with this side before you can go to the next side. So after it's done with this side, it goes to the next side. And it takes the other side. So there you go. Single-sided, double-sided memory. Buffered versus unbuffered memory.